What is going on YouTube? We are finally live. All right, let me do a quick check, make sure the tech is working. Everything should be online. We'll give everybody just a minute or two to check in here real fast. See if anyone is out here. Lighting looks decent, so far so good. Metro Photo Negative Mickey, what it do? Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you guys on here. Let me know you can see me, you can hear me okay. Let me adjust the brightness just a little bit here. It's just a little, there we go. I guess that's a little bit better. Hopefully the sound is good and the vision that you're getting on your screen is looking good. Give me that thumbs up. It looks like we've got the thumbs up here. Good. Great to see you guys. So glad to be on here right now. Let me just tell you, we got 23 peeps in the house and only 1 thumbs up. If you guys are definitely in here right now, definitely hit that thumbs up down below. We're going to get started right after 8:05-ish or so, give or take, about 5 minutes after, because I'm sure you guys want to take a look at something one more time. So this is going to be a lot of fun right now. So hopefully you guys are ready for it. I don't think anyone else is doing one of these live at the moment. Hopefully not. So this should be kind of cool. But it is great to see you guys. We'll get started again in just a couple of minutes. As you guys are loading up the chat screen over here, if you guys want to check in where you're from, that would be amazing. I can't wait to see where you guys are watching this broadcast from. I'm always so blown away by technology anywhere from around the world. It's just an amazing situation. So hopefully I'm sounding okay. This is the microphone going through my laptop right now. So does everything sound okay? I want to make sure there's just nothing kind of blocking me here. And I'm kind of working on getting a different microphone like in front of me. But let me know that the sound is good. And then we'll probably continue this way going forward there. So very, very cool. So another minute or two, we'll check in. We got 28 peeps in the house and only 9 thumbs up. So again, hit that like button down below if you guys want to share the stream out with your peeps. I would highly recommend you do. I'm sure you saw the title to this one. So I think some people are going to want to take a look at what is so crazy about you know what from BK. So I'll tell you a little story about how that event went down and everything leading up to it, and then during it, and then after it, and all that fun stuff. And we'll go into a few other things because, guys, it's a week before Halloween, and I'm super excited about that. So let's see here. It is right on 8 o'clock as we speak here right now. Again, 12 thumbs up, 32 peeps in the house. Great to see you guys on here. Let's just get it going, guys. Greetings, and salutations. What's going on? My name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. I create what I like to call high-quality foodie features, and I have an absolute blast doing what I do in my little section of the universe here on YouTube. Definitely love contributing to the community. It is definitely a passion of mine, the content creation portion as well. I have so much fun doing what I do on my channel here. If you guys like what you see, we definitely try to do the live streaming almost every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But have a look around the channel. You're going to find a lot to do here. There's a lot of playlists set up. There's a lot of content to look at. I produce literally 2 to 3 times every single week. And I definitely do these in addition to live streaming too there. So have a look around. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below. Like I always say, if you're big fans of high quality food related content, for sure, you're going to find a lot of luscious footage to sift through all the various playlists there. And should you wish to contribute to the channel, you have opportunities to do so. Take a look at the description box down below. You'll find 2 ways to do it, either here in Super Chat through YouTube directly, but they do take a small little piece from you, or through PayPal directly, which is always recommended because that goes direct. And anything you put towards the channel, no matter how big, no matter how small, always goes back into the channel that you see here to keep the quality going. And of course, just everything that this has to offer here. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. It's a week before Halloween, my favorite time of the year. We have another 2 or 3 minutes before we get into the review. I know you guys want to see it, but I want to get as many people in here as possible right now. So we'll check back here in just a bit. But do share the stream out with everybody that you know, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially there. And then I got a few other things that we'll talk about as we go. But starting off with Photo Metro Negative Mickey fan, what it do? Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. All my mods that you'll see in the blue there, 9 times out of 10, they've got an amazing YouTube channel as well. So jump on over, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell them Ian K sent you, but since most of them will be here in the chat, I think they're going to know. So definitely just support. We got M. Shafiq, I want to say. What it do? Nice to see you on here. Drew's Food Reviews in the house. Of course, my boy Drew, Sir Hattis Maximus himself. Kyle Broussard, great to see you on here. E. Ricard in the house as well. Thanks so much for jumping on, E. Great to see you. BMCG Music, what it do? We got Jen C. Molina in the house as well. Kyle Super. Great to see guys all here. A lot of my usual peeps and a lot of new ones that we see out here as well. Just me out here. Hiya, what it do, what it do? Sherry, thanks to see you as well. We got super chat donations jumping off here already. Is that Bus 7332? Man, I can't thank you enough for that, Bus. Thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. One of my longtime contributors and supporters and definitely fan of the channel. Somewhat local too, which is kind of cool. But thanks so much for the super chat donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really goes a long way. But thanks again, Bus. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Zaki 1053, great to see you on here. We got Nehemiah Sanders in the house as well. Great to see everybody. All the thumbs up, hearts and loves and salutations to everybody. Jackie Hero Food Reviews as well. Jackie, great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. I've been catching up on some of my comments and some of my videos earlier today, and I saw what you posted there regarding the Ghost Whopper. So this needs to be more widespread. We'll talk about that for sure. Carl Broussard, I think we know the answer to that one if you saw the title to this this live stream tonight. But great to see everybody on here. Brian Proctor from Michigan's in the house. Vengeance Falls 96. What it do? Great to see you, man. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia from Jackie. From Iowa, we got Zaki 1053. That's awesome. Livermore, California from Drew. Dominic Hosang, why does it say Ghost Whopper? Didn't you already try it? Of course I did. But there's nothing wrong with checking it out again, right? But there's a reason for it. And I'll tell you actually at the very end. Well, the beginning of the review at the end of this segment right now, before we get started. Let's see who else we got on here right now. Michael Domayer, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Great to see you. So we got almost 40 peeps watching here currently. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. We'll get right into the review. For those of you guys catching this on the replay, which will be available at some point on Saturday, chances are if you're watching this on replay already, you're watching it now. So thank you so much for your love and support and for checking this one out. Have a lot of fun doing these live streams. These are my abilities on a weekly basis. I try to connect with each and every one of you guys because not only do I like doing it, but more often than not, I'm having a little bit of trouble catching up with crazy amounts of comments in every one of my videos that I'm putting out lately. So instead of spending hours and hours trying to get into all of that and still have content creation and just my life in general, I look forward to these times to really kind of connect one-on-one with you guys. And I always say this every week for those of you who are new. This is going to be new for you naturally, but it really is important, I think, as a creator, as being part of the community, to really kind of jump out there and just kind of connect with your audience and even some new people who may happen upon what they may be seeing at the point that you go live. So right now, who knows who's going to see this live stream? So if you're happening upon this channel for the first time and it's your first time seeing me, seeing what I do here on the channel, I hope you like what you see. And I appreciate you spending a little bit of your Friday night because you do have options out there, and I appreciate it. Matt Covington in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. E. Ricard from Richmond, Virginia is always in it. You already know. David P. from Santa Rosa, California. Great to see you. Sarah, sadly, the Ghost Whopper is in San Antonio instead of Dallas. Yeah, I know it's 10 locations. It's crazy. I don't know what the rationale was for doing that. Let's see. Drew, the beard took a break. It's returning shortly. Yeah, this is a little bit of me catching up after preparation and drive time and just trying to just come back to normal after yesterday, which I'll tell you about here. So, all right, last 30 seconds before we get into it right now. This is the last time for you guys to send this stream out to the peeps that you know, because you are going to see the Ghost Whopper live, the real deal. And I'll tell you exactly after the review how I have another one. Ridiculously authentic. Thanks so much for jumping on, man. Great to see you. Great to see you. And don't miss any of your videos. Been following you for a month, and I'm amazed at the quality and content. Thanks for inspiration. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate you. It's definitely something I love to do, and absolutely interacting with all the peeps in the community and just the time. Like I said, these Friday nights are the time. So I try and get to you guys here in the chat as much as possible. And definitely just in general, it's just an awesome thing. So thank you, Ridiculously Authentic. That's a cool name, actually. Very cool. Ed Keaton, what it do? Happy Friday to you, man. Happy Friday. And then we got Bus, of course, 7332. Again, thank you for that super chat donation, man. I can tell you that that really helps the channel immensely, considering yesterday's trip to San Diego. Let me tell you. All right, so you know what? Let me stop right over here, and I'm going to try and catch up. If you guys can hold off on any questions, I'm actually going to be holding off right up where Bus actually did that 1999 super chat is where I'll hold it, so I'll know where to kind of continue from that point. So hold off on any questions or anything until afterwards, and I'll try and jump through. And most of my mods who may be moderating as they're doing their thing here may be able to answer some of those questions for you if you're asking something specific or anything in general. Guys, I appreciate your help doing this. Let me tell you, it is definitely hard all at the same time here. But you know what? We got 56 plus peeps in the house right now. We got 21 thumbs up only. So hopefully we can get that thumbs up in there as well. Last chance to send the stream out to the peeps that you know, but I think it is time for us to just get to it right now. Let me take a sip for tonight's beverage of choice, acai pomegranate vitamin water on the inside of this right now, because I've needed to be pumped full of vitamins the last couple of days and just caffeine and things in general. Which, just so you know, even though I'm going to be taking 2 or 3 bites of this thing right now, again, I will be doing in and out afterwards tonight because I am so in the mood for it and I'm very, very hungry. So, guys, without a doubt, it's time to begin. So, this is the Ghost Whopper on the inside of this bag. I promise you, it is on the inside of this bag right here. We have Halloween Horror Nights here in Los Angeles, so they advertised it here, 2019, in effect. Had a blast going down there. Speaking to the team at that location in San Diego a few days prior, talking to the manager, finding out, letting him know that, you know, I'm going to be driving down. Is there anything I should be aware of in terms of, you know, how many of these buns do you have? Because it's really just the bun is the situation with this. But here we go with the Ghost Whopper. Now, this is actually the second one that I got, because if you guys saw my review, which is live online right now, which is doing really well, you guys are loving the video. I had such a blast producing the review of the Ghost Whopper. At the very end of it, I mentioned that I needed to get a second one because I had a long drive back to Pasadena. Now, you could probably take that 2 ways. One, I love this thing so much that I wanted to get a second one for that trip home because naturally it was going to be a long trip home. Or B, or 2, second, I wanted the wifey to try it. That was the main reason initially, because I wanted to bring one back and I wanted her to give it a shot personally. So she did not want to try it. And I figured, you know what? I would rather do this on the live stream, give it to you live and give you another look on how this looks, you know, naturally, and my thoughts on it. I'm not going to give it a rating because if you've watched my review already, you can find the rating there. But at the same time, I wanted to do this again anyway. So the cool thing is, at the very end of me doing my review at that San Diego location, the manager, when I went back inside, I went to go use the restroom. It's going to be a long trip back. He asked me, called me on over. He says, you know what, you were the first one to get this product, actually. I was the first one actually there that morning, and I'll tell you the story after. But he wanted to give me another one of these. So I actually got another one for free to drive back with. And, you know, because I had a 2-hour ride home, he separated the contents of this on the inside of like a salad bowl. So I had like a salad bowl full of like lettuce, everything there, and then the Whopper patty, and then he wrapped the bun separately in a bag. So I greatly appreciate that. His name is Tony. Shout outs to Tony. If you're watching this right now on the live, naturally, or catching this on replay, I appreciate you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it really got me excited because I really wanted my wife to give it a try. But alas, her loss is your gain, and actually my gain too, because I'm going to be giving this a go. So guys, this is the custom packaging. Huge fan of what this is, actually. Very, very cool. I'm definitely digging the whole all-seeing eye on the inside here. So what I did is literally 10 minutes before I started this live right now, I built it back up, put ketchup on it. There's no mayo because I don't do mayo normally, so I don't have mayo here. But this is going to be exactly the Whopper minus the mayo. But let's get into it, shall we? And go into the Ghost Whopper. And I'm going to put this backwards just so you guys can see. Hopefully that's going to come in. I'm having a few issues with my camera, so hopefully that autofocus will kind of go. It looks like it's kind of going. There we go, right there. What I did is I microwaved the bun for 10 seconds, put it in a pan for about maybe less than a minute, just to kind of toast the bottom slightly. But as you guys can see, it is a Whopper with all the accoutrement on the top, including the tomato that's in there. The ketchup is on the bottom, but normally the mayo would be on top. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, ketchup goodies in there as well. No cheese because the bun itself is the cheddar infused bun on this one here. So it is really, really cool. I have to admit, I really like it. Let me slide my laptop back slightly here just so I have a little bit of room and put this down. And let me lift this up for you so you can see the Ghost Whopper in effect. That bun, focus, there you go. It is a crazy bone white. I don't know if that came through on my review cleanly. I love the footage of it there, but as you can see, it is a ghostly white. Very, very cool stuff here. Hang on one second as I'm spilling stuff already. That was crazy. Okay. All right, so here we go. The Ghost Whopper in effect. And I'm going to put this paper underneath me here just in case. Limited time only, 10 locations across the country for this thing. And it really should be widespread because it's a lot of fun. It's just an albino-like bun, naturally, but it's just really, really cool. Let's give it a go. The Ghost Whopper, the real deal, right now, live on YouTube with 69 people watching in effect as this thing is dripping Whopper juice all over the place. Let's do it. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's live, so you know this. Gotta wipe. Man. That is so crazy. The cheddar cheese, white cheddar, infused on this. I gotta hold this over because this is already dripping. I'm gonna try and simulate my reviews, as you can see here. It's upside down, but you've got a 100% grilled all beef patty in effect for you right there. Lettuce, tomato, all the vegetables jump on this one. The Whopper is definitely a bomb sandwich. I mean, it really is pretty awesome. For a fast food sandwich, it is pretty great. But the cheddar cheese infused flavor of that white bun is off the chain. It's like a light dusted type of flavor that you're getting at the very end. So all the flavors of the Whopper come through, and then you get the nice residual back end of that cheddar cheese type of dusting, which is really good. And it's a very easy type of implementation. But the good thing is it doesn't overtake or just doesn't really do anything negative to the overall flavors of the Whopper. It just needs to be a little bit more, I think maybe stronger is probably the word there, because you do get it at the very end. But imagine if you were able to taste it a lot more while you're eating the Whopper in general. I think it goes a long way. But guys, the main draw with this one is naturally the undercooked style bun. And some people are commenting that looks like an undercooked bun. And yes, it kind of does, but that may be part of the appeal because it's bone white. And it is just very, very cool. So a couple more bites and then we'll finish this one out. It's so good. That is so good. I like the sesame seed action too that it's got there. The contrast is nice. It pops just enough, which is really awesome. But nice quality, as you can tell. Nothing crazy. It's just the fact that you're getting some light white cheddar cheese dusted flavor at the very end, and it's got a really cool appearance to it. So really, really awesome. Let's go for one more bite of this one, and then we'll finish this out because honestly, aside from me being hungry right now, it's delicious. It really is. Really good. All right. So, is it worth getting? If you're in an area where they have it, yes. I love the overall flavor of the Whopper in general. Unsponsored, by the way. But I like the idea. Naturally, whenever Halloween rolls around, it's my favorite time of the year. I like the idea of Burger King really jumping on that bandwagon of something different bun-wise, if not color. This is the first one that actually feels like it's got more of a flavor compared to, say, the Black Bun Whopper, which you guys can find in my BK playlist. Take a look at the Burger King's playlist here on my channel. I've done all the colored buns out there, from the Angry Whopper, the Angriest Whopper, the Nightmare King, the Black Bun Whopper, and now this one I'm really glad to add to the portfolio. It's part of the reason why I really wanted to go and do this. Naturally, being the distance that it was, that was a little bit of a concern, but at the same time, it's not super far, but it's still far. But I like the idea of the flavor actually standing out with this bun compared to being just a color change or just something where they're saying it's going to be a color. Because if you guys remember, the A1 steak sauce or the A1 steak sauce infused black bun is how they were selling that one. I didn't really get too much of that, maybe just a little bit of a hint and maybe more of a psychological thing. But this is really more of a profound white cheddar type taste. And I think that's the idea behind this working so well. And the fact that it's white is awesome. I think one of the things I forgot to mention in my review of the Ghost Whopper is at the very end, I really would have liked to have seen, obviously this year being orange. I keep saying every year we need a pumpkin style, or not pumpkin spice, but at least an orange type bun, something to kind of live a little bit more like Halloween-like. I mean, this is good because it's bone white, it's ghost. But imagine an orange type of bun with black sesame seeds or black sesame seeds on it or something like that. That would be crazy. I don't think they'll do a purple bun or anything like that. They could, maybe with like a taro or something like that. Like if you've ever had taro ice cream, that purple color would be beautiful. But as it stands, Ghost Whopper, definitely an amazing, amazing attempt at a promo burger that works flavor-wise on top of familiar flavor that you know. If you happen to be in one of the 10 cities across the country that have it, or you have access to at least drive relatively close, I would definitely give it a shot because you really want to experience the light cheesiness that it's got. I mean, it's really cool just for that reason. And I really hope that they actually do more, like instead of being just the color, do the flavor type of thing to really change up and, you know, open up a whole other array of sandwiches on the menu, at least promo-wise. So guys, the Whopper is definitely awesome on its own, but as the Ghost Whopper, it's perfect for Halloween. It really is just a lot of fun checking this one out, and an opportunity for me to actually have another few bites of it here on live stream for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching this. So if you've actually watched up to this point, which I appreciate you guys, if you're catching this on the replay, I appreciate you checking out the review. Drop a comment down below in the replay over here. Let me know what you thought of this one. Naturally, if you've already watched my original Ghost Whopper review that came out yesterday at 6 o'clock, I appreciate that as well. But let me know what you think of this in general. Is it something that you think you'd want to try? If you've had this available, are you actually up for the idea of like flavored buns that offer a little bit more than just flash in the pan color? Or is it something that you'd like to have on a regular basis, maybe like non-colored but a different flavor? I mean, that'd be kind of cool too. So drop the comments down below and definitely let me know what you thought of this one. And good times, guys, good times. I had a lot of fun doing that there. And just so you guys know, let me catch up on some of the chat here, and then I'll give you the story about the experience just in general there. Swarthy Princess, Detroit loves you. I love you too. I appreciate you very much here. I'm going to try and jump down to the bottom of the chat here. Let me see who else we've got here. I'm going to try and catch up. That there is a lot of comments. Mr. D-Town's finest. Did you get onion rings? No. Whenever I do my reviews, I always pretty much just get the item specifically by itself. I never do combos or anything like that. I don't need the extra calories or just in general. I'm always want to review the main thing. Speedy Loco, is it in Riverside, California? No. San Diego at one location and further up north in San Francisco. So no bueno on that one there. Let's see. Going down the line. Kenneth Taylor, would you like to try some zombie Skittles? Sure. I actually haven't seen that available around here yet. I'm sure there are some reviews out there. I haven't seen any reviews on that either, just yet either on that. But Speedy Loco, shout outs to you, man. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Ron Real TV, what it do? Great to see you on here, man. Awesome job breaking down the Ghost Whopper. If you guys haven't seen the endorsements review of that one there, he enlisted the help of Ron Real TV. I'm an aficionado of, I want to say cigars and brandy, I think it is. But definitely an amazing job on that one, man. I got to tell you, it was pretty awesome. So I'm glad you had a chance to check it out for sure. And teaming up with the endorsement, good times. Let's see here. Yes, you already know what it is. Jackie, Hero Food Reviews, love Halloween. It's the best. It really is the best. It really is. Add pumpkin seeds to it. Imagine, hey, that would be cool. That's a good idea. A pumpkin style bun with seeds on them. And actually, Trader Joe's, where I shop pretty often, they actually have pumpkin tortilla chips that have dried pumpkin seeds on them. So, you know, BK, if you're watching this, if you're listening, if your ears are ringing right now, that's screaming 2020 Halloween. Halloween 2020 needs to be a pumpkin bun with some type of pumpkin seeds like that. That would be insane. That would probably be the pinnacle of what you can do technically there because of what it is. So that would be amazing right there. Ghost peppers for sure. Yes, a lot of people have been asking if ghost peppers was on this. It would have been kind of cool, but I guess with the whole ghost theme, that would have kind of mixed slightly there. Although the Scream Monster X Burger that they have for Halloween over in Korea is actually, it's a white bun. I'm not sure how they do theirs. I have to kind of read up again. An article on Chew Boom actually showed that. But that's a variation of the Nightmare King that actually has a chicken patty, a beef patty. It's got the cheese, all the usual. And it's got a Diablo sauce on it there. So imagine a hybrid version, which, guys, incidentally, I don't know if you knew this, but the Ghost Whopper is available all over Germany right now. There's a lot of German reviews when I did a quick search. Apparently, it's all over the place there. It's like a mainstream Halloween. They're full-on nationwide in Germany. for our countrywide in Germany, whatever you want to call it. But crazy to see that it is actually available more overseas than it is here in the States this time. So no, don't understand that whatsoever. But yes, ghost peppers would be a good idea. I agree. Kit Kat is coming with sweet cinnamon from 6 or 12. Very cool. The holidays are upon us, so we're going to start seeing more and more of that new stuff coming there. Ron Real TV, thanks, Peep. Enjoyed your review too. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's see. Going down. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. My stuff is moving fast. I appreciate the mods doing what they're doing here, guys, just so you know. Thank you so much. Let's see. I love when you guys are all interacting in the chat here. You already know what it is. I'm telling you, these are special times. I have so much fun doing what I do here on my channel, but doing the lives are definitely an awesome thing, because it's just amazing how the community is just, we all rally together and we have a lot of good times here at the same. So really appreciate you guys. DMCG Music, cooked salty pumpkin seeds would go well. Give it a nice crunch. I agree, man. I would love to see an orange bun, the Pumpkin King burger. That would be cool. 2020. I'm going to see if I can kind of try to get my suggestions or talk to some of my contacts and see if we can work something out. That'd be kind of cool. Kenneth Taylor, you're the only, you're the one who did a Burger King Ghost Whopper review with the endorsement, Ron TV. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And Ron is answering back. I'm no expert like these guys, but I definitely enjoyed it. Believe me, we are far from experts. Of course, the endorsement's probably going to say otherwise. No, I'm just kidding if you're watching right now. No, we just we all have our own spin about putting on what we do, and there is no experts out there. It's just people doing what they do and having a blast doing it. So don't look at it that way, because you did a great job, Ron. It was really, really very well done. Let's see. Peace Easy 2019 until we die 2050. What it do? What it do? Can I get a shout out? I love your content, which I watch every day. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Shout outs to you. Where are you watching from right now, Peace Easy? Let me know, or hope I'm saying that right. But Peace, where are you watching this from? Hopefully I'll see this in the chat here, because my stuff moves very quickly on my side, and I am trying to do what I can here. It's just crazy right now. 63 peeps in the house right now. Tarak, very cool, man. I appreciate you. Right back at you, brother or sister, depending. No, just don't want to discriminate. That's not me. I don't do that. Let's see. Great to see everybody. You guys are all interacting in the chat here as well. All right. So we're coming up on about the halfway mark over here. So naturally, with Halloween month upon us, of course, I've got 3 selections. Well, maybe 4. Yeah, I guess 4. I guess considered 4. To kind of consider for your viewing pleasure, that I would like to share with you guys. Just a couple of things. If you guys notice behind me, my DVD Blu-ray wall has kind of morphed around lately to kind of be a lot of tchotchkes, a lot of novelties, a lot of fast food memorabilia, things that I get from fast food restaurants, because I love connecting this stuff, so you already know. Buzz 7332, time to go to bed. Work at 5 a.m. You know, Disneyland does the rest. Yes. Buzz, thanks, man. I appreciate you. And again, thank you so much for that super chat donation, man. It means the world. For those of you who may have contributed on PayPal also, I won't know till after the fact, but you guys will find your name listed as official show sponsors for tonight in the description box down below. So definitely, if you haven't already there, that's something to consider. And again, Buzz, that $20 definitely helps me out, at least for the gas from yesterday to get down to San Diego, which I'll tell you about actually right now. Guys, just to give you a fast breakdown of that one before we get into the movies here. I got up at 2:45 a.m. yesterday, or early Thursday morning. Got all cleaned up, got out of the shower, got everything out of the house. I had everything set up, ready to go. 2:45 a.m. I was out of the house at about 3:30 in the morning, and on the road from Pasadena down to San Diego. Now, in between San Diego and here, there's a stretch from San Clemente, which is further south, and like northern Oceanside San Diego area, past the San Onofre nuclear facility, which is one of the most famous things out there, with the two big, huge nuclear reactor balls with the red lights and everything on top. Driving at that hour in the morning is crazy, I got to tell you. To be up at that hour is kind of a crazy thing. Your boy Grilled Cheese, what it do? Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I appreciate you very much. But it was crazy to drive at that hour. See, is it Block Boy? Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. All of you guys who are commenting here, thank you so much. But 2:45 in the a.m., out at 3:30, down into that area of northern San Diego, I want to say around 5. And then by 5:30, I got to where I needed to go. 5:15, 5:30, around there. It was still dark. It was still like way, way early, and it was still nighttime. I was completely trashed getting there. Massive headache the day before. I was doing a lot of other things, and I only got about maybe 4 hours sleep total before I left for this trip. So I got down there, got everything set up. They opened up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, I walked inside. I spoke to the manager who I had talked to previously. They hadn't set anything up just yet, but they were just putting the stuff up pretty much when I was getting there, once the doors were open. And it was just literally from that point, filming it. And naturally, the sun was beginning to come up and get it going. And I was completely exhausted after filming. So after I got done, when I had gone back in, because I was going to be headed back, and I went into the restroom, and the manager called me over, and I got the other one to take with me. It took me about 4 hours to get home. And it was because a lot of rush hour at that point. It was like 7:30, give or take, 7:45. And so I was in the height of rush hour in like northern San Diego, right by San Diego State University. It was like college town where that location was. And trying to make my way back home was just a nightmare. Accidents, just delays. I got home at about 11:30, give or take. Downloaded my footage, and I figured, you know what, I was going to hold this video to come out on Friday, today at 12 p.m. because I typically do a 12 p.m. launch. But I figured, you know what, it's a Halloween promo. It's something coming out that day. I remember doing the Donut Whopper. If you guys haven't seen that, take a look at my Burger King reviews playlist. It was definitely a lot of fun to do. So I figured, you know what, I actually released that video for the Donut Whopper back in when they actually, well, National Donut Day last year. And I actually put that out the same day, which the boxes are right up over there. There's the box, and then a little mini slider box above it, which is basically they put a hole in the Whopper and they put that in, they made that a slider. It was pure marketing genius for what it was. But I downloaded the footage, and I actually finished that review like around 4 o'clock yesterday. Added a few little effects, the little fun things at the very end. Just I figured I'd kind of spruce it up just a little bit. And then what you saw at 6 o'clock literally was from 2:45 the previous night from me getting up, round the clock all the way. And I hadn't eaten anything except half of that Ghost Whopper yesterday. When I got home, I was just drinking water, drinking vitamin water, and editing and putting it together and getting it out there. So it was a pure labor of love to do, but it came at such a price to do it that my wife was like, you're nuts. You're a fool for doing that, for driving that far for a $5 burger, which I told her it's not $5, it's $5.39. At least it was for me. And it is what it is. But, you know, would I do it again? Yeah, because I'm a fool, and it was a lot of fun to do. And honestly, I love what I do on my channel, and it was something I definitely wanted to add to the collection. But man, I got to tell you, it was definitely a rough day. To do a review the way that I do them, and to put that out the same day that I review it, is a lot of work, because some of my videos can take upwards of between, and I was talking to my buddy The Endorsement about this, and some other creators that I know, because they ask these questions about, you know, how long does it take you to do what you do, and how do you do it? Do you have a template system set up? And of course I have all those things to make it as quick as I can, but literally it was crazy to do that. And literally to do what I did. And I actually did cardio. I exercised after. When I was releasing that video at 6 o'clock, I had everything set up to launch automatically. I have a host of services that I subscribe to and things that I do for closed captioning, translating in different countries. It's a full-on process. I literally have maybe about an hour and a half of admin prep after I finish the review to get everything ready to launch on YouTube naturally. And then also, you know, to Instagram, to Twitter, to Facebook. And then eventually you'll see like a little 1-minute snippet 6 hours later, which I actually released today at 12 o'clock. But it was a lot of work to do. And by the time I finished and got everything loaded, it was about 5:30 and I was completely finished a half hour before. So just to decompress from all that, I did my cardio, and I felt good doing that, to exercise and to kind of do what I needed to do. But I got to tell you today, actually, no, I take that back. When I got back later that night, because after I did the review and released it at 6 o'clock, I came back after doing cardio. I went to go watch Maleficent with my wife because she wanted to go watch the new Mistress of Evil movie. And I literally fell asleep during half of it. I was dozing. I missed a good chunk of it. What I did see didn't really blow me away, so I wasn't too enthused anyway. It was just all right. But I was so exhausted yesterday. So for me to wake up today, I have 2 other videos in there. There is no way I could actually do anything in terms of editing or anything else today, because I originally had something I was going to plan to release tomorrow But I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So you know what? I'm going to give myself a day tomorrow to kind of chill again. I'll get back to getting the 2 reviews that I'm working on right now, and I'll have one out on Monday. But naturally, I've been releasing a video every other day for the last every other day for like the last couple of weeks now. So we've got a lot of content working in there. But just so you guys know, it's a labor of love for me, but it's a lot to put together at the same time. And yesterday was one of those days where I was like, man, I am done right now. So it felt good to kind of just take care of errands today, wash my car, exercise again, and to really kind of get back to normal. I got to tell you, it was a blast for sure. So I appreciate you guys greatly here. So that was the story for the last couple of days. I have not forgotten about Arby's. That review already is coming. You already know that it is with the bacon melt version, the secondary garlic sandwich, or not the secondary petite filet sandwich. So do not worry. That will probably be one of the next ones to get that off my laptop. But let me just say, it was just, like I said, a very rough few days. And I was so looking forward to getting on the stream to chat with you guys, because as I reminded you last week, I'm not going to be on next Friday because we're checking out Terminator Dark Fate. I was not going to see that opening night on Halloween. I don't know why they would open a movie on that day, but especially that movie. But I'm sure it's going to do well because it's getting great reviews. And shout outs to the mods right now. I'm going to give you a thumbs up and a clap, especially to E-Ricard. For you for policing the chat here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But great to see you on here doing what you do. Good stuff. So yes, the Lighthouse baller. What it do, man? Thanks so much for jumping on. I saw the familiar Ferrari avatar here. Thank you so much. I definitely want to check out the Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. That looks fantastic. Really good stuff here. So as we're getting further in here, it is, let's see. We got plenty of time in here as well. Okay, let's do this. Ed Keaton, will you go see The Irishman next month? Yes, I'm definitely going to check it out. I will be a movie I watch in the theater, but of course, I definitely want to check it out. It looks pretty awesome. Yeah, The Lighthouse just came out, so baller, good, excellent. Just saw it in Glendora. Cool. Let me see if I can jump up really quick here. Your boy Grilled Cheese, what is your dream item from a fast food restaurant to bring back? Mine is unpopular, but I love the angriest Whopper at BK. Okay, cool. Yeah, the jalapenos and the red bun were good. You know, I'd probably say mac and Cheetos, because those always hold a special place in my heart. That was my very first viral video, which I have a few of those boxes up over here, which I really enjoyed. I'd love to see a different variation of them in some way. That would be kind of cool. But I mean, anything fried mac and cheese personally for anything is good. So I would say at least that. Rick Marone, worst Halloween candy is candy corn. I wouldn't say that. Scott Matthew, what's doing, man? Thanks so much for jumping on. Heat situation here is a little murderous, but it's been somewhat decent. I got to say, when I was driving back from San Diego, I was in the thick of it. It literally feels like it's the middle of summer. So I'm glad I got down to San Diego at 5:30 in the morning. It was still nice and cool. It was really cool to go at that hour, but to come back and thank God for air conditioning, it was pretty insane, pretty insane. But yes, thanks so much for jumping on, Scott Matthew. Always great to see you as well. All right. Movie choices, movie selections. I'm going to start off. I've got technically 4, but one is kind of related to each other, so we'll just say it's one. Wanted to show off some of my all-time faves. If you guys know Return of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead Part 2, this one's kind of a forgettable sequel. It's got some moments which are kind of cool. But Sonic Jet, what a dude. Thanks so much for jumping on, man. Great to see you. Classic film. Here, this is just literally one of my all-time favorites here. It's a guilty pleasure without a doubt. If you guys haven't seen Return of the Living Dead, you are seriously missing out. It's somewhat of a parody sequel to the original Night of the Living Dead, with a lot of heavy metal grunge music and some really cool prosthetic effects, and just really the real deal before they were doing all the CGI stuff. But guys, really awesome stuff. For those of you who don't know, the 2 of you who don't know, the original Night of the Living Dead kind of ended off where it was like a chemical type of situation. The army was aware of it, some type of gas that eventually kind of caused the dead to reanimate, things like that. Return of the Living Dead is exactly what it sounds like. Somebody actually unearths said gas, and it basically spills over conveniently into a cemetery next door where it's being warehoused. So this is definitely an all-time classic. It's got some classic moments. A lot of familiar people that were back in the day really kind of doing these. A lot of really just a really awesome film. I mean, it's got some really cool fun effects, and actually it's not as super gory as you would think, even though by today's standards. But what it does have, it does amazingly well. It's got a lot of charm, a lot of heart. with some of the characters, but it's funny. It's got some really cool sequences. The whole brains thing, which is pretty awesome. Just a fantastic film. So Return of the Living Dead, easy recommendation. This was like 1984, I think. 85. 1985. That's crazy. I was 12 years old. It's nuts, for those of you who don't know. Crazy. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, another similar situation with another group of people. These canisters of gas just simply cannot stay contained. And naturally, we have a lot more of hilarity that ensues. Just when you thought it was safe to be dead, it is what it is. So this one's a little bit of a forgettable film. It says here, more genuine artistry than lots of previous films. A hoot, it's fun. That's from Kevin Thomas from the LA Times back in the day. This one was, what year was this? 1987. So 2 years later, they immediately tried to keep sequelizing this. And they've actually had other sequels. There's Return of the Living Dead 3, which I actually have, but that completely was garbage, just so you know. But these are the two that you definitely want to check out, aside from the original Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, who inspired the whole pretty much zombie era of filmmaking literally today. I'm willing to bet from American standpoint, there's a lot of stuff overseas and at Italy and the gore from Italian gore. But when it comes to zombie horror, George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead is legendary. So it's influenced a lot of other films. Naturally, The Walking Dead owes a lot to it, I think, as well. But these are pretty awesome, guys. Pretty awesome. And leading into more awesomeness, because I highly recommend this next one because it is a classic. And for those of you, we talked about this last week, actually, because the series is on Shudder right now. Creepshow, all-time classic, 1981 or 82, I want to say with this one, 1982. It has to be one of the best anthology comic books come to life type of format films ever made of horror. It really was the only thing of its type. It's pretty much inspired Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, a lot of that there. Basically, a comic book come to life. It's one of the EC comics, I think, from back in the day. They had a lot of horror comics in the 50s and 60s. But this literally is amazing here. What you see on the front is essentially the host of it. It's really pretty much an undead zombie type character that actually has a little bit of a backstory that they kind of like, he's helping this other kid come to the realization that he wants to get back at his dad throughout the film. But during this, there's a comic book that's flipping around. And as it opens up to a new story, the story comes to life. And there's 5 stories in this, and they're all amazingly classic. So, you know, Father's Day, the first one, all the way up to the Roaches episode at the very end. And, you know, the couple that was buried up to their necks, Ted Danson back in the day. There's some really, really great stuff. And a lot of who's who of Hollywood actors are in this. But Creepshow is legendary. This thing is amazing. Absolutely fantastic movie. Inspires actually Greg Nicotero, executive producer and director of some of the episodes of The Walking Dead right now, has the executive producer show on Shudder. So if you guys want to see more of an evolution of this type of thing, it's not really Creepshow enough for me, but I like it a lot. It's really good. But definitely take a look at the film that it's based on for sure. Creepshow 2, more forgettable for this one here. The sequels usually are. They try attempts, but it's just not the best. This one literally is 3 stories. And if you take a look at this is not even open, guys. $9.99 at Fry's Electronics back in the day when I bought this. I've been able to stream this, and I have other versions of this movie, but I haven't actually opened the actual DVD I bought a long time ago. Yes, Roland, Leslie Nielsen was great. He was the very top there when you see Ted Danson in the sand. Basically, the guy Ted Danson was cheating on the wife of the character, and Ted Danson was cheating on Leslie Nielsen. So Leslie Nielsen gets back at them by taking Ted Danson, which is his wife's lover, and the wife, and basically buries them up to their neck in the ocean. And as the tide comes in, it begins to pull them out to sea. And then obviously things happen, and you just need to just watch it because it's awesome. This is really classic to watch on Halloween or around this time of the year anyway. It's really great. But Creepshow 2, 3 stories, not exactly the best. Probably the best out of the 3 for me, at least. I like The Raft, which is awesome. But honestly, I think the one with the I want to say it is the hitchhiker when he gets hit and he keeps coming back. This woman is trying to come home. She's also cheating on her husband with somebody, and she's coming home late night. Sideswipes a hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker basically is haunting her all the way home. And it's like, I remember that as a kid where he just keeps saying, "Thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride, lady." But he's all disfigured, and she's trying to get away from him. And it's pretty freaky. It was pretty awesome, actually. But between The Raft, which is kind of like a big oil slick come to life, it was kind of creepy. And then The Hitchhiker, which I think is the best episode. There's also one called Chief Woodenhead, which has basically got a little bit of an Easter egg in the first episode of the TV series. in the dollhouse, you're going to see what looks like a little Chief Woodenhead character. That's actually based off of the main story in this one, which is an old like Indian Chief Woodenhead, like on a totem pole, like a character, but actually comes to life to avenge the death of someone, which is kind of cool. So highly recommend it. No, my house does not have roaches, Sonic. I see that comment right there. I see you. I see you. But yes, really, really awesome stuff for this. And although not as good as this, and it's only 3 stories, still pretty awesome. So Creepshow, without a doubt, is definitely something to check out. And then lastly, because obviously we need to show this here right now, how could I not? The best. You already know this is my all-time favorite film. There is just nothing better horror-wise than the original Halloween, and it's so basic, the most basic special effects, but it's the imagery, it's how menacing Michael Myers looks in this film. None of them have really been as good as the original, although the second movie does come kind of close, only because actually this got some really, really good characterization. And just the way that the character is kind of evolved a little bit in Halloween too, and it takes place the same night, which is awesome. But the original Halloween, guys, I mean, it is really amazing. And I actually wanted to bring up this one. We just celebrated the 40th anniversary of Halloween. This is the 35th edition Blu-ray, which is one of my favorites here. So the resolution, everything is amazing on it. And actually 5 years ago is when I got this. But you can't help but, you know, watch Halloween around this time of the year. Some version of it you should, but it should at least be the original. Every year around Halloween, I watch the original. And I haven't done it yet this year, but I plan to in this next week for sure. 35th anniversary edition has the classic poster on the inside, which is awesome. 7 more days until Halloween. Shamrock, Drew. That's right, Halloween 3. Some stuff in here, just some classic imagery. It really is just awesome. And this has like a lot of behind the scenes, John Carpenter back in the day. Just really, really awesome stuff. One of my all-time favorites, Jamie Lee Curtis, the late Donald Pleasance, right there. And just overall, just awesomeness. I really just absolutely love this film. Michael Myers is my all-time favorite character, as you guys know. I'm always with that character for sure. It is just amazing, amazing stuff. Good times indeed. So I got to say, guys, really, really awesome. Halloween, there is no, that is kind of the pinnacle of it there. I got to tell you, definitely the pinnacle. So let's see what else we got on here right now. If you guys are liking the content right now here, put a ghost in the chat. I want to see not a thumbs up. Let me see a ghost. I love ghosts, and I'm a big fan of that type of thing always, and naturally this time of the year. And in honor of the Ghost Whopper making the appearance here on the channel, let's see a ghost here in the chat. Let's see how many ghosts we can light it up here. Let me see how fast I can make this chat run with ghosts. Let's light it up. I mean, it's Halloween after all, and I think we should have plenty of ghosts in effect. Oh, they're starting to pop up. Here we go. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. Rick Marone. Drew's Food Reviews. Larry Nguyen. Let's see. Forget it. My girl wants to make out Myers. All right. Trey Fandango. We got Critical East Japan in the house. Critical, thanks so much, man, for jumping on. And yes, you need to be doing that. I commented back to you there. You definitely need to be doing the that Halloween-style Whopper or Halloween burger for you, for sure. Ira what about that hot trash Jason Goes to New York? You mean the one where the whole movie he's on a boat and then he's in New York the last 15 minutes of the film? Yeah, that was pure trash, I got to admit, E. It really was. We got tons of ghosts from Roland Mendoza. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's for dinner tonight from Larry Nguyen? In and Out. I'm going to be walking over right from here. It's a few blocks away, not very far. I cannot wait to go. Garlic Whopper, is that coming soon? You know what? Who knows? That would be cool. The garlic steak Angus Whopper. There's a lot they can do still to put on top of a burger. That is for sure. That is for sure. So yes, I'm super excited to have some food tonight. My wife is out taking care of some stuff, and she will be back later. So I'm on my own tonight. So I'll be going just basically, like I said, decompressing from a long few days. Am I a fan of the old Universal Studios monster movies? Yes. Favorite one? Probably want to say the classic Bela Lugosi from Dracula for sure. But Frankenstein, of course, definitely awesome. Incidentally, I went to go visit my sister. She's actually taking care of, kind of helping her with a couple of things. She had some minor surgery recently. We actually watched Young Frankenstein a few nights ago, earlier in the week. And that's a classic movie. Gene Wilder, really, really awesome stuff. If you guys haven't seen that, Young Frankenstein from Mel Brooks. Frau Brücke with the horses. Ooh. All right, that was bad, but really fun. Metro, don't bring that into the universe with earthquakes. Come on now. We actually had one in Compton, I want to say last week. It was a 3.7. I think we were talking about that. So yes. Let's see, going down, Young Frankenstein. That's right. And it's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. Drew, don't forget to get the medium rare double. Guys, Drew, you just reminded me right now. Interesting story. About 3 weeks ago, you guys may have remembered, and Sarah, I'll come back to that American Horror Story. I see what you're asking me there. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in just a second. But apparently, the medium rare double is not allowed to be gotten here in California due to local California laws that have been changed recently, which I was really surprised with, because I want to say, when was this? Shortly before the Cinemuffin from Arby's, actually, and I was kind of planning out a few things. I went to In-N-Out to do just that. And when I got there, I asked for the medium rare, and they said they couldn't make it. And I said, why? And they said, the reason why, because of the law and that type of thing. So I asked specifically, I said, well, there's a video on YouTube right now from Mashed that came out late September that says that this is an option that's available. You should be able to. They didn't specify that you couldn't get it in certain places. That was across the board, I think, that you could. So again, she just reiterates, okay, yeah, we can't make it. We just can't do it. So I wasn't able to do the medium rare to even try it. So that's the thing that really kind of stuck with that. That actually was going to be an In-N-Out review. I was actually going to review the double medium rare. I was going to review it officially. But I couldn't do it. So alas, it is what it is. But Drew, believe me, if I could, I would. I really would. And Sarah, to your point about American Horror Story, I'm not sure how I feel about it, because just like all of the series that they come out with, about the halfway point is where things kind of really go off the rails a little bit. So I'm not sure from this point. If you guys haven't watched the series yet, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But let me just tell you right now, there's more than one killer involved with all these types of shows. But I think there is too much going on within the first 4 or 5 episodes now that I don't know where they can kind of go from here. But obviously, we've got another 5+ left. So we'll figure it out. So just so you guys know, American Horror Story 1984, which is online right now, which is available to watch. It's on whatchamacallit, FX. Basically, it's kind of like a Friday the 13th style film or series with a bunch of kids at a camp, and there's killers running loose, and it's just kind of one of those things where who's going to make it out alive. But naturally, there's a lot of things from 1984 thrown into the mix. But I got to be honest, I'm a little on the fence with the story so far. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. And I do like it better than last year's version, for sure, with Apocalypse. But at the same time, we'll have to see here. So we will chat. We will chat about it. But let's see here. Sonic. Love-hate relationship with Mash. Yes, I do love all their stuff, though. I got to admit, there's some cool things on there. They've got some really cool videos. Favorite Terminator movie is the original. I love the second movie, but you can't replace the original. The original just had a raw nastiness to it, which was awesome. And the second one was just great. I mean, it really was great. So we'll see what happens. Sarah, yes, I don't know what they can do. Seriously, it's like what's going to happen with these kids now that they have these things going on. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't watched this past Wednesdays yet, because naturally getting ready for Thursday and then everything else, I haven't been able to catch up. Especially Creepshow's episode, which I want to watch later on tonight as well. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a horror movie watching night tonight after I get back from food as well. I know my wife's going to be going to bed right away when she gets back. So let's see here. Going down the line, Creepshow was a classic. Ed Keaton, yes, it was. Candace Cherry Arnold is coming back. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Let's see here. Hang on one second. Uno momento, guys. My chat is moving too fast here right now. Too fast. Okay, well, it is what it is. But anyway, yes, I'm looking forward to Creepshow later on tonight for sure, and to catch up on a couple of other things. Top Gun 2 coming out. Yes, that's going to be amazing as well. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that for sure. Let's see. Sarah Connor from Larry New Year, really good. Dylan's been enjoying Creep Show. What's your favorite segment so far? I'm probably going to say the Man in the Suitcase is probably my favorite out of the group. I like the one where the kids are trick-or-treating, and they're kind of like, you know, I can't remember the name of that one there. It was the one from last week, prior to this new one. I believe, no, the one 2 weeks ago with the kids and being bullied, and then something happens, and then they come back, which is kind of cool from there. But then definitely the Man in the Suitcase for sure. This last week's episode, wasn't really a fan. The companion really didn't explain a couple of things. It kind of went fast. And then the one with the people vying for the position with the elevator and things like that, that wasn't enough Creep Show-like for me. You know, aside from just some of the lighting and some of the things happening, wasn't feeling. The show's a little bit kind of uneven with some of the quality of some of the stories, but you know, it kind of is what it is. Ed Keaton, yes, Dr. Sleep, November 8th. That's an opening night movie for me on the 7th. I will be checking that out again. And yes, I did see The Shining. I own it. It's right behind me. Classic film. I do watch that every so often. It's a super long film. Can be interpreted in many different ways. Kind of like a reincarnation thing, or is it like a haunted thing? A combination of the two. There's a lot of stuff on there. So I got to tell you, really, really awesome for that reason there. And again, shout outs to my mod. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys greatly tonight. But thank you so much. I know you know your fingers are getting a workout there with tapping on the keyboard, doing these things. But thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Sonic, what did I think about It Too? Definitely something expected because of the novel that it's based on, which I've read before, and actually having seen the original movie. I kind of had a feeling they were going to go the route that they were going to go, although I did like the way that it originally looked at the end of this one. They kind of kept some of the theme, even though he wasn't exactly looking like that in the TV show and the way he's described in the book, so to speak. But it was cool. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I do think the first one is a little bit more tense. I think Pennywise feels more a little bit like, I guess you can say a little bit more, well, I don't know. I want to say maybe a supporting actor in his own movie, so to speak. So, you know, for the most part, for me, it was just okay. Let's see here. All right, going down the line. Let's see here. Let's see. David Lynch, always great stuff. Classic filmmaker for sure. Good times indeed. And again, I appreciate you guys being on here tonight. I can't believe how fast the hour goes, guys. It goes very, very quickly here on these streams. But I appreciate you tonight doing what you do. Like I said, you do have choices for content here on YouTube, much less live streams, of course. And I appreciate you guys spending the time. We got 56 peeps in the house still rocking it out right now, which is awesome. 43 thumbs up. Hopefully we can get to the 50 mark before we hit the hour here at 9 o'clock. So if we can do that, that would be amazing. 50 to 60, that would be just a beautiful situation right there. So yes, amazing stuff for you guys to be on here. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's see. Going down the line. Let's see, and who is stronger? The T800, T1000, TX3000, John Connor. I would have to say a toss-up between the T1000 personally and maybe the T3000, John Connor. But if we're going to go just between the original, obviously liquid metal is going to be probably the thing. That's going to be the stronger foe. And this combination of the new Terminator being a combination of the two, which is going to be pretty awesome. I think that's going to be fun to watch for sure. But I would say the T1000, TX, no, for sure. Definitely the T1000 and the T3000 because of nanotech, just to kind of geek out with you guys. You already know what it is. I appreciate you, Jackie. You already know. Make sure to enjoy that double-double. I am definitely going to. I'm super excited to get into it right now. I can't even tell you. And it pays to walk a whole bunch of blocks to get to where I need to go, too, because that'll be good when I get back from there. So you already know what it is. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, thanks so much for jumping on as well as we round out the last 3 minutes here. Going down the line. So guys, like I said, if you do have a BK relatively close to you out of the 10 locations, I know it's crazy limited. Now, why that is, I don't know. But definitely make it a point to jump on over and give it a go and give it a try, because it's definitely something I think maybe they're testing the water with for some reason. I don't know why 10 locations would give them a sample size that's for down the road, but we'll have to see. But it is definitely something to try if you have access to it there. And naturally, with Halloween right around the corner, let me just take a quick moment to wish each and every one of you guys a very happy Halloween. If you guys do anything in terms of parties and all stuff like that, please do not drink and drive. Of course, it is not worth the outcome being negative on that. So definitely, please, please, please be careful and just watch how much candy you inhale between now and then. Definitely that for sure. So let's see here. Good chatting with you, Ron Real TV. Thanks so much, man. Keep up the great work, man. Keep that growth pushing and just keep doing what you do. Create, create, create. I always say to all the creators out there, all the aspiring creators, everyone who's still trying to find their footing, believe it or not, even in this day and age of me doing this for 6 years, I'm still trying to find my footing with some things and to keep improving and doing what I need to do. But everything is a work in progress. The main goal is to make the very last piece of content that you make, or the very next piece of content, better than the last. So if you can keep improving, keep working on delivery, keep improving on production, keep improving on ways to get engaging things in front of people that are going to interest your audience, that's the best thing. It's not about chasing subs. It's about chasing the very next video that you can make that can be better than the last. Everything else will follow eventually. So try not to fall prey to the things that you think are going to get a huge subscriber base, things that are going to, blow up insanely. Just be an expert in the field, or try to be an expert as much as possible in what you do. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not an expert. None of us are experts in these things, but try and be the authority on what it is that you're trying to produce. And that way, I think you'll find that as you're doing that, you'll begin to learn more, you'll begin to grow more, you'll begin to kind of project more and make the content that's going to be something that when you look back on it, you can say, yeah, I really nailed that one, or man, look where I came from initially the first few reviews or first videos. So definitely just keep plugging away. But above all else, have fun doing it. Just as long as you're having fun doing it, that's going to come across on camera, whether it's the quality of what you're putting out there, the way you're projecting it, whatever it is, just have a blast creating, and definitely just, mentally keep everything in check and just have fun. Just have fun. So without getting too much off of my soapbox, I should say, to discuss these things, because I always get a little bit more emotional about these things here at the very end. Just some things to keep in mind. Food for thought. Make of that what you will. Sonic Jet, in all your fast food reviews, do you think people's tastes have changed, or do you think people still like greasy fast food? A lot of people will still like the taste of it because it's just that. It's greasy fast food, and it tends to be delicious depending upon what it is. But I do believe that the tastes are altering and they are changing, and that's why you're seeing a lot of different things kind of weave their way into the fast food scene. A lot of different versions of spice, a lot of different types of things that they're doing. I think things are getting a little bit more creative in terms of some of the things coming out naturally. They're all, how many different ways can you have a cheeseburger or a chicken sandwich with another type of sauce, a different type of bacon? And at the end of the day, it's a protein, it's a carb that it's sitting on, and then it's some of the leafy green vegetable stuff. It's all the marketing stuff. You already know what it is. And yes, today is National Greasy Fast Food Day from Drew. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. So guys, with that, we are now officially at 9 o'clock. I'm going to grab some food, and I'm definitely going to be trying to chill for the rest of the weekend until I get back to my editing duties on Sunday to wrap up one of the reviews on Monday, which I kind of let you guys know what it may or may not be already at some point during the stream. So hopefully you guys can possibly guess what that might be. But thanks so much for jumping on tonight. And again, a very happy Halloween to each and every one of you guys. I was glad I was able to make the pilgrimage down to San Diego to check out the Ghost Whopper and to deliver that review for you. Definitely check out the endorsements review along with Ron Real TV as well. Again, really, really awesome stuff. And definitely jump on over to Ron Real TV. If I haven't mentioned this earlier, like, share, comment, and subscribe to him as well. He's definitely got some great content in there, great delivery, and he's already starting off, really amazing in terms of what he's put out already. So support as always. You guys can catch me on social media. You'll find all those links down below. If you're watching this on the replay, it's going to be in the pinned comment down below. You'll see all of that stuff there as well. Instagram, really quickly, Peep This Out Reviews. On Twitter, it's at Peep This Out Reviews, and on Facebook .com/Peep This Out Reviews, or Peep This Out. I'm pretty much all over the place on social media, but all those links can be found in any of my videos as the first pinned comment primarily as well. So guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys warm my heart constantly. All of you guys right here with the Batman logo in effect in there. But great to be on here. And again, to all my amazing mods here, a little bit of a workout for you tonight. I was kind of seeing what was happening here as my stuff is scrolling by. But thank you so much for doing what you do. And to all the haters out there especially, thank you for doing what you do indirectly, because, all those comments and everything are just helping all the videos of the people that you may or may not like, but you tend to be the biggest fans of because you're trying to do what you do. So just know that I have a very strong family of mods that do what they do as well. But to everybody out there, thank you for being on the stream here tonight, good or bad. so to speak, because no one's really bad. We just don't know each other personally, although I do some of you. Even you in the back right there. I see you. So, guys, with that, I think I am done. I'm going to grab some food. As always, this is Ian K closing out the live stream. I can't believe it, for October 25th, 2019, which is insane, guys. This year is going by so fast right now. It really is. So shout outs to everyone here in the chat. And as always, quality content can be found on my channel every single week here. Plenty of stuff to look forward to. And naturally, while you're waiting for that next review coming real soon, and I'm completely changing my whole outro here. In the meantime, stay frosty. Great to see you guys, and thank you so much for jumping on. To all my amazing mods, all of you guys, you know who you are. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, Jackie Hero Food Reviews, Critical East Japan's in the house as well, E. Ricard in there. Everybody who has been putting in the time here to check out this stream tonight. We've had a lot of people on tonight, which is an amazing thing. Thank you so much for being on here to everybody. For those of you who have already jumped in here late, this replay will be available at some point tomorrow. If you're watching this on the replay, you already know. But typically some point on Saturday, you will find this replay available with a custom thumbnail with me holding on a Whopper like this. I think a package, you'll find it there. So look out for that. And definitely hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already there. Like I said, your quality content you'll find multiple times every single week, in addition to live streaming. So you've got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. And we'll just take it from there. So guys, again, thank you so much. All the people who have sponsored the video tonight, Bus7332 for the $20 super chat donation. Thank you so much. As well as anyone else on PayPal, you will find your name in the description box down below. Have a look right now if you're catching this on the replay. And we will definitely chat and see what's up here. We got 1 thumbs up required to hit the 50 mark. Can we get the 50 as we sign off? That would be the perfect way and the perfect treat to end, which I think could have been a lot of tricks happening tonight. But I delivered for you guys. Yes, 50, 51. We got it right now. I thank you so much for that. Critical East Japan, thanks. Good looking out. I appreciate you, man. Very cool stuff there. Well, I am headed for In-N-Out right now. Double animal style, no tomato. You already know what it is. I don't know about the animal style fries tonight. I mean, it is 9 o'clock plus my time, and it's a little on the heavier side. But we'll see how we do. Guys, have an amazing week, and watch for more content. And again, if you haven't checked out the Ghost Whopper review, the official one here on my channel, you'll find it right now available to you there. So guys, I will see you. Have a great weekend, and homie hugs and hearts to everyone here in the chat and to everyone catching this on the replay right now. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Stay frosty again. See ya.